Hey everybody, Carl here from Abt. We're at CES 2018 and we're with Chris from Alpine. And Chris, we're used to seeing HDR talked about when it comes to televisions and other video equipment. When we see HDR here on some of these cameras, can you explain what's going on?
Yeah, so HDR is high dynamic range, basically. So what we're doing here is very commonly when you're using a classic backup camera or front camera in a vehicle, what happens is when you're going from varying portions of light, when you're coming out of a garage into the sunlight, what tends to happen is you get a washout effect. The brightness kind of washes out the camera. It's really difficult to see. So what HDR allows us to do is we can process all that varying levels of light so that the picture becomes clear without having any washout. And that's really important when you're talking about safety in the vehicle. So we have 3 cameras available. This is the C11, the HCE C1100. This is a single view backup camera with HDR technology. We also have 2 other cameras which are multi-view, a front and a rear. So the front is the HCE C2600 FD. It has 3 camera views. So you can actually go panorama, which is a very wide shot. You can actually do corner, so you can see 180 degrees left and right. And you can also see straight down, depending on your application. Very important for Jeep, off-roading, etc., etc. And then the rear actually has 4 modes, which is the standard rear. There's also a panoramic rear, there's a corner, and then there's a straight down. So
wow. And then there's we've got some other accessories down here. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here?
This is actually a really exciting piece for us. This is the SGS CH01. This is basically a module that allows us to connect our camera to an OEM Jeep Wrangler. Okay. But beyond that, we're actually adding features. So if you guys are familiar with active guidelines, so when you're turning the wheel as you're backing up, the guidelines actually turn with the wheel, so you can get a trajectory of where you're parking. So we're actually adding that to the Jeep Wrangler. It basically works with any Chrysler vehicle. Any MyGig system, you can actually use this system to do that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
and are those available now? When are those coming out?
So these will be available in April. Okay. Right, and then we also have a universal camera switcher, which basically allows you to switch between 2 cameras, front and rear, and it'll work with any type of screen, whether it's an aftermarket screen or a factory screen. You can use it as well in conjunction together. Actually, another cool thing is if you guys are familiar with our HCT Cam, you can connect these 2 products together, and the information you need for the backup light and the reverse light will be actually pulled with this module. So it makes everything plug and play and very easy to install.
Very cool. So if you guys are looking to upgrade your camera, or if you're looking to put a new camera into your car to see when you're backing up and see out front if you do a lot of off-roading, great product to check out here from Alpine. Chris, thanks so much. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to have more videos coming from CES 2018.